Good morning. Today's ramble has to deal with technology and what I think about it. So, I think, like anything, you know, I don't think anything is good or bad, right or wrong, but I think everything is a tool to use for creative purposes or destructive purposes. So you can use a tool to enhance something or to, you know, destroy something. So I think, for instance, these little things, these little gadgets that are at our disposal 24/7 by our side. I think like anything, you know, if used in moderation, it's fine. Anytime you do anything in excess, I think that could have detrimental effects. I guess it depends. I mean, yeah, I think if you do anything in an extremist way, you can either dive deeply into something or you could get lost into something. But then again, that's how you get found. Yeah, I am full of contradictions. And that's why I think nothing is good or bad, right or wrong, because I can see both sides of the coin and I understand why each side is necessary in order to create what is. But anyhow, so we have access to an insurmountable amount of information at any time, which can be a good thing. It could actually help to evolve a person's consciousness awareness in half the time it would take without technology. But it just depends. Like, what are you feeding your mind? What are you consuming? Because this is the ultimate supercomputer, right? So if you're spending your time and your efforts and your energy exploring information that could actually open up your mind to new perspective, I think that is beneficial. If you are using your time, energies, and efforts and just kind of like looking up, I don't know how to say this, useless information that has no quality to it, that will not enhance you in any way, shape, or form, and is compelled by addictive tendencies, I think that could actually devolve you. And again, this is just my own personal opinion and theory, and I think everything, I don't know, is in a state of always evolving or devolving, you know, and it's not good or bad, right or wrong, it just is. But yeah, if you have the ability to make conscious choices versus unconscious choices, I think, you know, you have more opportunities to grow and become and to be like a better version of yourself, right? And then the thing is, like, another theory I had, like with cell phones. So we kind of upgraded. We went from, you know, what is it, telegrams? Then we upgraded to telephone. I might have missed something in between, but I think you get my gist. And then we got cell phones, and they evolved the technology of the cell phone to a point where you can text, you know, and it's pretty much just sending your thoughts like through the phone. So I feel like eventually will hopefully stop using this crutch, because this is what it is. It's a crutch, but it's a necessary crutch in order to help us to jump to the next level of existence, right? So we're using this to basically like transfer thoughts instantly. You know what I mean? And eventually it'll just be telepathic, where we can just communicate without talking. Like, you know, you can just send a direct message from one supercomputer to the next. I don't know if I'm making sense. And these are the weird things that go on in my mind when I think too much. Yeah, so this is just kind of like a crutch, you know? Because everything, all the questions that we have answers, and the answers are contained in here. It's just, I think we haven't gained access to that part of our brain yet, so we've been using all these different tools to kind of help us to grow forward and towards that. Yeah, because, you know, everything is always evolving and changing. The technology will probably be upgraded, and, you know, eventually I think we've become so dependent, though, on external things. That's why it's so important to try to work your internal muscle, and so, you know, you can just kind of like grab information and effortlessly, you know what I mean, without using a crutch. What else was I gonna say? Well, I guess that concludes my little ramble. I could probably elaborate, but I don't want to bore you, so that's that. Yeah. If you learned something, cool. If you didn't, that's great too. Wishing all of you a wonderful, wonderful day. Amen.